It's called the Great Salt Lake, but could its waters be getting too salty? Some experts say yes, as a result of low water levels, even after a great winter. ABC4's Kate Garner is at the lake with more. Kate?
We had a terrific winter, but even after all of that snow, you can see just how low the lake still is. I am actually walking on exposed lake bed. We should be in water right now, but you can see off in the distance where the water actually begins at this time. Scientists say that with water levels so low, salinity levels are higher than they should be, and when that happens, it can negatively impact brine shrimp. And if the brine shrimp are disturbed, it could also disturb a billion-dollar industry and an enormous food web. Even with water levels rising more than 5 feet due to winter runoff, scientists are worried.
I learned a few months ago that I have high cholesterol. I need to bring that down. I don't want it to be right at the high limit, right? I want it to be solidly in the healthy zone. We need that for the lake as well.
BYU Assistant Professor of Ecosystem Ecology, Ben Abbott, says he's elated with how much the lake rose this spring, but that overall, water levels are still too low.
We're seeing a glimpse of how amazing Great Salt Lake could be as a whole in the southern arm of the lake, with the birds coming back, with the tourism, with the brine shrimp industry doing well again. But then we look to the north and we see that the Gunnison bird colony has collapsed. They've had basically zero nesting success this year, and that branch of the lake is dwindling.
We don't want to get to where we were this past November, where, we're struggling with salinity and brine shrimp populations are on the verge of collapse.
Great Salt Lake Coordinator Marissa Weinberg says the state is working to prevent the south arm from becoming too salty to sustain life and monitoring the north arm.
In the perfect world, we're hoping that they would have equilibrated and then the whole lake would have risen together, but it's difficult. We had to fill our reservoirs, we have other diversions.
Abbott says the only way to truly save the lake is for drastic changes to water use, even during wet years. And to get an idea of what the future holds, he says look to the lake's two arms.
We can look at a positive future that is attainable if we come together on this, but we also can see the negative consequences if we continue to pretend that somehow magically this problem is going to solve itself.
Abbott tells me he's extremely grateful for all of the work Utah lawmakers have done over the last couple of years to address the needs of the lake, but he says he's even more hopeful that scientists and lawmakers can come together to make an even greater impact on the lake during this upcoming legislative session. Reporting from Great Salt Lake, Kate Garner, ABC4 News.